So there, welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. Right, so just getting everything set up here, and we are back. This time, still in the A310 this time, and we are in Microsoft Flight Sim. This is from Beautiful Models of the World, Airport Marseille. Also very well done. And yeah, just out of curiosity. Now the weather. This is one of the things I talked about. Yeah, thank you, always. And also, Sandra, thank you so much. I'm glad you're enjoying the music. So this is something I really dig about Microsoft Flight Sim. I've never seen this in any other flight sim. So you can actually see the rain falling. I can see where it hits the sea or the ground. And it is actually moving. So that's really cool to see. So this thing should be gone in the next 5 minutes, at least moved somewhere else. So really nice. One thing I want to try really quickly regarding the weather, so the kind of the lighting, right? So we had this kind of lighting in an X-plane as well, and yeah, here as well. I would say Microsoft definitely does look a bit better. It's not so the red, although you could say it's the same thing, really, isn't it? In the sense that it looks a lot like being on Mars. So there comes a certain time in the evening where, yeah, it doesn't look optimum, does it? It looks a bit weird, but there we go. We are going to fly daytime as well to Frankfurt. And so let's have a look. Let's see. Oh yeah, one thing I wanted to just add. The X-Plane 12 iniBuilds A300 was actually hand flying was very nice. Oops, just dropped my controller there. So again, that was very nice, and it felt, the aircraft felt heavy. So something that I would expect in a flight sim to be simulated correctly. So now I have to get used to this EFB. Is it really? Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm eager to find out. And what about the 747? So there, right. Flights. Oh, do I have to? Let's have a look. So our GPU should be there. Let's have a look. Yeah, it is. For me now here, it's very smooth. So panning around, VSync works very nicely. So that's also a big plus here in Microsoft Flight Sim. All right, let's turn the INS on. Galley shed on. That's pretty much the same as it was on the X-Plane. No differences there. Let's get some of the fuel pumps on. Oxygen on. Window heat on. Isolation valve is normal there automatically. That's good. That's good. All right. Hey, Benjamin. Hey, how are you doing? Nice name. Like it. So in it, now here's the thing. So somewhere, right? Where's my key for the? Hey. Okay. Shouldn't really happen. Okay, so normally that would be different. Just want to see why that is modeled here. Hold on. There. So control. Oh, I know why. Because it's always a Cessna. I need to put that to. Hey, Franz, nice to see you. Hold on. There it is. And then the yoke as well to the A310. There it is. Yeah, now I've got it set properly. So we don't have the same panel regarding the comm panel. So I don't know. Menu. ACAST, there we go. Sim brief, that's what I was looking for. So there we go, that's it. Both are being updated by... Yeah, I'm actually very, very interested to find out about the 787 and 747 from working title. So Lufthansa, what we called now? Let me just check. There's the overlay. It's called 85 Uniform. 85 Uniform. So that's the alignment. So, okay, let's have a quick look at the flight plan. So flight plan says we're flying back an hour 30 this time. 7 right as planned. 12 tons, so let's put taxi fuels, let's put 12.6 block fuel. 12.6. 6.6 trip. And the alternate is going to be Cologne. 2.1 tons for that. The weather right now in Frankfurt is fine. Wind northeasterly, 12 knots, cab okay, QNH 1019. The routing takes us back, but with the headwind, that's why it's taking, but pretty much the same routing as we came down on. So Geneva again, past Stuttgart and so on. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, that is what I would expect. Cool. So we want a weight and balance. Hey Oliver, how you doing? Yes, it's true. So as far as I've understood as well, so A310 support is, or A310 is not coming to X-Plane 12. I mean, initially they did actually say that they're not going to do anything regarding X-Plane 12, but then they reiterated, and I think it's nice of them to have them bring, you know, at least the Beluga and the A300 to X-Plane 12. And it's a free upgrade, so you can't complain about that either. So 12.7 is fine. Fuel. So 0 fuel weight, I want to get up to 109.2. So right now, not quite there yet. 109? How is that possible? Right. Yeah, let's go like this. That's plenty. Anything else I need to do now? 12.7. Oh, I think I need to call the fueler, right? So I want to call in the fueler. So
welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Duo Channel experience. Could new subscribers please make their way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight infotainment will be served.
Hey buddy,
thank you.
It's nice to see you.
Good evening, at Black Box 711. Hope you are okay.
Thank you, Lewis Daniel. I am. How are you? And thank you so much for the 8 months now. Big round of applause, Lewis. Thank you. How are you? So now let's have a clear that out so we can see the fuel. So 12.7, so that's all correctly set now. So that means, so one thing I'm missing here as well, the pop-out panels. So 0 fuel weight out of range. Okay, so I need to have a look again here. So we've got 106.4. 106.4. And the block fuel is 12.7. And the CG. Okay, so Lilo, that's interesting. So 787 will be much more complete than the 747 because our premium aircraft. Ah, okay. Okay, interesting. 23.0. So 23.0 is set. We're planning 360. So that looks all nice. Right, flight plan. We are departing 3-1 right. And for that, we're going to need the ETREC 6 November departure. So this one here. And insert. So that's the departure route. Then we've got the routing all the way down to MPAX. And then it will be Frankfurt Star. We're going to land 7 right. We plan at least. And then it's going to be the... It says 5 Delta. Now, I can't remember all of these by heart. So let me just check what that is. So the MPAX arrivals. So it's this one. That's for 7 left, 7 right. So this would be, yeah, the 5 Delta, I would assume. Oh, so it's 5 Charlie. Interesting. So 5 Charlie. What about 5 Alpha? No, that's not it. So that's these 2 5s. So okay, I'm going to go with the 5 Charlie initially then. So 5 Charlie it is. And no transition really, because we don't want anything else. It's just going to be along the routing there. Yeah, 4-4, and then vectors for runway 07 right. So that's all correct. Nice. Good. Now performance we'll calculate in a second. Let me just get the APU running. Hey, mathematics, wie geht's? Buddy feels better. Back at work with reduced work, so things are moving. Oh, that's cool. That's good to hear, buddy. Sehr schön. What about the A310 users who bought that for X-Plane? Can I use it in my... No. No. No, they will say that. Obviously, it's a different platform requiring different amount of work for development. So yeah, I don't see that. Close all these. Door close. And is it correct that we don't have any performance calculator here? Oh, we do, sorry. Takeoff, yes, but not landing, probably. Right, the thing is, it doesn't pull those in automatically, so we've got to put that in manually again. So let's have a look here. So we've got for takeoff, runway length is 31 right, 2780 meters. I've got a dry runway. Runway heading is about 313 degrees. It did insert the weather automatically. That's nice. And the weight is 119. 0.0. 1515 is fine. Anti-eye is off. Air conditioning on. Let's calculate that. Right, cool. So it's giving us flex 59, 134, 136, 150. And Nana Kate, nice to see you. And hey, Dave, nice to see you too. Dave, how are you? All right, let's put all of these on. APU is available. APU bleed is coming on. External power is coming off. Doors are all closed. Nice. So for me, one thing I noticed immediately is compared to X-Plane, the visuals, so the clarity, a 4K monitor is just incredible. So again, I just really hope that Microsoft, X-Plane will change. Now, this is what I meant with the weather. Guys, remember when we started the stream, that huge shower, that cloud has moved off and well, dissolved pretty much, or it's back here. So that's what I mean with these changing weather conditions. And that's really nice. It can go the other way as well. You could, think, oh, it's going to be like this, and then suddenly you have a big rain shower moving in that that kind of, gets you into trouble with the approach. So that's very nice, yeah. Good. 59. So we're going to put flex here, 59. And speeds was 134, 136. Those I'm going to put down in here. 134, 136. And for the V2, which is 150, I'm going to dial that in up here. So 150, then I'm going to press, if I find the click spot here, there. Preset, I'm going to put 220. Nice. For the departure route, so we are so we're going to put taxi chart. There we go. Airport. There we are. And let's have a look. Ah, okay. Symlink. Hold on. Just start that real quickly. So taxi out, Golf 4 probably, or yeah, Golf 5, one of those, and then we go Charlie all the way down. Full length, 31 right. And the departure route was the AirTrek 6 November. Where is it? Oh, these departure routes all the time. Yeah. So it's going to be straight out, initial climb 5,000 feet. There we go. So I'm going to put 5,000 in here. And 313 was the runway heading. Very nice. Uh, 3rd of June. No, I'm working, buddy, on 3rd of June, unfortunately. So again, at the moment I'm just working a lot. There's so many people wanting to get on, into their holiday destination. So a lot of stuff to do. So GPU can go away, and that's that. Cool. Just checking everything is set. Alignment is finished. That looks good. So I'm going to go profile and nav, arm those. And I think that's pretty much it. So departure, yeah, let's just check the waypoints real quickly here. So the routing takes us, so Mike Lima 316, 312, Etoma, Avion, and then RDEC, and then ETREC. Cool, 5,000 feet. That looks all good. So let me dial in 22.8 here. Oh, it's already on. And 1215 on this set here. Guys, is there an option for newer radios? Just so that I'm not being so silly to use older ones while we actually have newer ones here as well. So we are called, was it 8 something? 8 for uniform? 85 uniform. There we go. 85 uniform, and we are on A310. Let's hope that we're not actually now jumping onto someone else here. No. Oh, wait, there's someone else just pushing. That's interesting. Maybe someone is flying along. Very nice. Am I going to use GSX? Yes, we are going to use GSX because we are brave. Yeah, so buddy, I would love to join, but unfortunately I can't. So the air conditioning right now is fairly quiet, isn't it? Let me just see if Microsoft is... No, that's full setting. That's all right. So that's just a bit quieter here than it is on X-Plane. Right, that's that. That looks all good. That needs to go into auto, that to on. Now I think I would be ready for a checklist, although... let me just check the weather here real quickly. It said... (1016). There we go. That's fine. Cool. Sanders, no, it's not real time. No, I did want to have a look at at daytime and not so much nighttime. Good. Checklist. So we have before start checklist. Cock prep completed, signs are on and auto. Then we've got navigation. Sorry, fuel quantity is 12.7 tons. Pumps are on. Navigation is checked. Set. Landing elevation is going to be about 400, somewhere in that region. 350. Landing elevation is set. Altimeters 1016, cross-checked, anti-skid, top brakes, anti-skid is on norm. And below the line, windows, doors closed. Beacon is now on. And the parking brake is on as well. And that's the before start checklist completed. So let's try GSX, shall we? Yeah, the in-game sounds are on. It just seems to be very quiet. Let me just go and have a look at a... You hear that? You can hear the fan blades clicking. Maybe, hang on, let me just check. Is there a sound setting in here? Okay, I'm going to dial up the game sounds for you guys, so it's going to be a bit louder now. But let me know if it gets too loud with engines running. Flight time was an hour 30. Yeah, you definitely have some time flying Wolf. Right, let's push back, nose right, tail left. What a beauty. Love how the weather has improved again. Garmisch-Partenkirchen. Release parking brake. Love her accent. So there we go, brakes released. Marseille traffic, Lufthansa 85 uniform, pushing back stand 7 in Marseille. So I didn't hear him call. The flaps animation, flaps 1, slightly weird and explain, is that intentional? In what sense, Washi? Why? What do you mean, is it weird? Robert, yeah, okay, thank you for the feedback. Good, so we've done all that. Let's go ahead and go with ignition B this time. And let's start the engine 1 here. So same thing, looking for N2 rotation to round about 23%. Oh, the cost index. Didn't I initialize that? Where do I initialize the cost index? Oh, here. Cost index. Let's do 25 in here. There you go. So 25, fuel on, and parking brake is on. Oh really? Well, you know, that must be a mistake then, if I didn't catch that. Alright, lovely. Oh, the N2 jumped there as well. Did you see that? That's interesting animation there. Right, let's start the engine 2. Look how the weather cleared up. That's incredible. Fuel on. There's EGT rise and 1 rise. So normally on an A320 that has to be within 15 seconds after fuel on. Good. So we need flaps 15 and slats 15. Do that, and we'll do a flight control check. Make sure everything's working. Up, down, left, right, rudder, full left, full right, neutral. So checklist. After start checklist. Oh yeah, pitch trim. Let's have a look. So I'm sure it says that here on the chart here. Let's have a look. Yeah, 1.7 up. There we go. So we need to put this to 1.7. Where's the marker? There. Is it? Hang on. No, the marker's here. It's a bit dark, so 1.7 up. Clear signals received, so spoilers armed, slats flaps 15. Ecom status is normal, checked. And anti-ice off, hand signal received, that's the after check is complete. Marseille traffic, Lufthansa 85 uniform taxiing runway 31 right in Marseille. Yeah, the in-game sounds all right, or brake check. Brakes are working. I love how they actually are waiting now. How weird. Although I do want to taxi out that way, so kind of screwed now, aren't I? Oh, do a little bit of a shortcut here. Washi, thank you so much for joining. Have a great great week. Thank you so much. So here the performance for me is fine. I have very smooth performance. Nice, Steve. Yeah, enjoy. Happy landing. So he's departing. That's good. So, before takeoff, flight controls checked, briefing is confirmed, so that's flaps 15. Right, left combination there. Performance, peak climb nav, with a flex of 59. Then we have takeoff config. No. Takeoff config is checked, and the transponder, that's the thing, right? So transponder is 2000 set. You're doing Mach 0.8, nice, very nice, and that's down to the line. He's lining up. Crazy mind, hello to you. New route? What you mean, new route? So we flew here from Frankfurt on X-Plane 12. Now we're doing the return flight. I find it interesting. You know, the performance, you know, I was kind of complaining last week regarding FPS being strangely low. And if I remember correctly, iniBuilds was actually quite FPS heavy. So today it's actually very nice. When you use wing lights, normally just for outside check. I mean, in flight it doesn't really work well because you can't see much of the wing from the cockpit anyways. So we do that for the outside check. And there you can see the leading edges and the engine inlets. All right, continuous relight. So below the line, cabin is secure, TCAS, TARA. Packs are on, ignition is continuous, anti-ice not required, and that's before take check is completed. Let's check the approach sector is clear. Marseille traffic, Lufthansa 85 uniform lining up, departing 3-1 right in Marseille. No, no. So then, you mean the A310? No, it can't do that long flights. I mean, it can do like Boston, Frankfurt, but not Los Angeles, Frankfurt. No, not unless you cheat with the fuel. So, i.e., do in-flight refueling or something. Wind is a bit from the right. So he's ahead of me. I'm going to give him a few more seconds before we depart. Brakes on. So do one more little check here. Now, I do have the sound up, don't I? Yeah, that is on. So don't know. I'm transmitting to 2.8, but I didn't hear him. There's no sector open right now as well. So let's have a look at the yoke. That's a bit wrong. There we go. Cool. So let's see how this thing flies. So brakes off. And the same thing here. Now, there's the button. So the button on X-plane is here for the auto thrust. Here you got to press that one. So now thrust rev. And the acceleration is a lot faster compared to X-plane 12. Alright. Thrust is set. So here I feel immediately how twitchy it is on the ground. 100 knots checked. So the nose wheel steering is too sensitive. V1. Rotate. Come on. Pause the flight. Gear up. So handles very similar to the aircraft in X-plane 12. So now I got P thrust, P climb. Climb thrust is set automatically. Nice. Autopilot is on. Flaps 0. Sounds are nice. Now I have to say the climb rate is somewhat interesting. We're not that heavy and it's kind of climbing, so I'm like, nah, I mean gear is up. Got both engines running, flap 0, speed is checked. Bit of wind shift here, and that's what I mean with the turbulence here in Microsoft. It's still too choppy, so it's not really a smooth transition. Oh, that should be on. Let's go off. Hey, nice, Zwiebelkopf. Yeah, looking forward to it. It's a bit quiet here. Now here, I've said it before, I'm not sure if I remember. There's an airport here somewhere. Probably it's this thing here with a very long runway. I think it's like almost 5,000 meters or something. It's a military field. And apparently the space shuttle was able to land there. Right, 5,000 feet, that's good. So let's continue climb. There's no control here, so let's climb all the way, 360. So we got P thrust, P climb, 360,000. Salon de Provence, yeah, every time I forget. Oops. Yeah, you can see the runway there. But it doesn't have the airport model. I mean, it's a military field, so that's why you don't really see it. Oh, now the performance. Now look at that. Now it's really climbing. Yeah, I love the clouds. Now compare those clouds to X-plane 12. Yeah, these clouds are much, much nicer. No doubt. I mean, Right, transition has been passed, so let's put this to standard. Standard is cross-checked. Let's accelerate. I'm going to leave the signs on for now because we do expect some turbulence. The camera is called Flow, F-L-O-W, and it's from Parallel 42. It's not just a camera plugin, it's a lot more. You get this as well with all kinds of features, and you can trim it down to your own little apps if you are keen on doing it. So here, for example, I can go and get the ATIS weather for Frankfurt. So there it is. So right now it's even giving me the ATIS. All kinds of stuff. It's a very nice.
Good night.
Lilo, thanks for all the infos. Yeah, thank you so much. Interesting stuff coming up for sure. ZK, yeah, in parts, yes. Although the push button, so here you don't have the managed mode if you press on the Alt selector, so you have to press that profile button. All it does is you can do 1,000 steps or 100 steps by pushing on that. Normally that would be in the A320, that would give you managed climb. Here you have to press that profile button for the managed climb and descent. I mean, I would need to look at up the airport name again. Give me a second. Yeah, I do operate out of Frankfurt, Daniel. Yeah. So let's have a look. So flights, unload, import. Oh, it's called. Hang on, it's called Nîmes Jaron, I think. Right. Although no, hang on, no, can't be. That runway isn't long enough. I'll be very surprised if it actually is featured anywhere. Oh, here it is. It's Istres. Sorry, Istres. That's what it's called. Yeah, Istres. Like 12,000 feet runway or something. Yeah, Istres. Or Istres, how do you pronounce it, I think. Hey, Senshai, good evening. Wie geht's? Yeah, one thing I have to remember, that we can actually use these things here. So, airport infos. And get straight to our website here. That's cool. Nice. So, what else do we have? The weird thing is now the sounds for me are very quiet from the aircraft. I didn't change anything. I can hear the engines very faintly. Yeah, so that's near the engine. That's a bit louder. Maybe they are simulating the noise compensated headsets or something. It seems to be fairly quiet, so let me switch off the seatbelts. So after takeoff, slats flaps retracted. We have the landing gear up. I can put this to neutral actually. Packs are on and the altimeters are set to standard. So that's the pressurization panel. So differential pressure is coming up to 8 psi. Cabin altitude right now is only 2,000 feet. That's interesting. I would assume normally that would go a little bit higher. Let's have a look. Auto. What command was that again? Sunshine. Oh, you mean, hang on, here. Ah, that's what you mean, right? Hey, really? Flag Wolf. Conversion course for the A320. Nice. All the best wishes for that. Let me call up the browser again. Hang on. Hold on. Let me just call up the browser first of all. And then do that. Yeah, it does. Yeah, essentially, yeah. You're right. Cool. Nice. GG. So Mitchell, okay, if you noticed that as well, so after an update, the sounds got quieter from the engines. Yeah, and normally, you know, you would have a slider somewhere that would enable you to get the sounds. Now, if I am quick, I could go to general options and have a look. Maybe it's in here. I did go and so aircraft engines are 100% here. So yeah, there's not much I can do here. Right, max continuous thrust. Let's just stay here, shall we? Oh, what happened? Who did this? Right, engine 1 fail. Let's just quickly do the following. Let me just try to level off at 2. Okay, so alt star at 27,000 feet here. So the autopilot is still engaged. We're still normal law. The trim.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will
I'm
be
surprised
served.
it's not doing any rudder
Thank
trim
you.
automatically. So let me add a little bit of rudder trim to the right. There we go. Now it's centered. Now, why is it climbing still? It's in alt star. Let's try to get down again. So vertical speed up blue 270. Brain compiler, thank you much for the 28 months. All right, let's do the engine 1 fail list. I don't know. I just looked into the menu. I don't know why it failed me one of the engines, or if I have failures activated, which I doubt. So engine 1 fail. Ignition continuous relight. Continuous relight. Throttle 1 idle. Confirm. Lol. Hang on. I can hear the engine spool up. Right, idle. But there's not fuel flow. Fuel level number 1 off. Confirmed. Number 1 confirmed. Off. Bruno, access to the... I don't think so. Right, if damaged. Now, let's just say it's still got rotation N1, N2, all right? It has rotation, so I'm not going to go... We don't have vibrations or anything like that, so I'm not going to assume that we have... and damage. So let's say we have no damage. We'll put max continuous thrust again. So we're going to ignore fire handle and ignore the agent 1 discharge. All right. So clear engine fail. So the blue hydraulic, all these are secondary failures because of that engine failure, I would assume. So for some reason we've lost hydraulic, blue hydraulic. I can sort of assume because that's left side, so here left engine is down, so that's why that is. Now I'm going to try to restart the engine in a minute, so let me just clear that, clear all of these faults. And status, yeah, stop ecam. Let's just try a restart. So speed is good still. So the question is, do we do a cross-bleed start? So for that, let me have a look. So cross-feed open, manual, open. So then let's have a look for start A. Let's have a look for engine. Speed is still going back a little bit. So we've got bleed pressure. Right, let's try it. So let's go start engine 1. Open. It's kind of interesting. It does the sounds for the engine start. Now it is showing a bleed. Sorry, a pressure of oil, which is interesting because it's still windmilling like crazy. But look how it's actually showing an increase in engine oil pressure. So let me try that fuel on. Oh look, it's starting up. Right, generator on. So when the generator comes back online, that's normally an indication that the engine is coming back to life. So then let's go back to thrust normal. So it is coming alive again, fantastic. So let's go back to automatic, climb thrust. And then let's switch on the auto thrust again. And then yaw damper 1 off reset. So yaw damper, there we go. And that's it. A restart. Let's put this back. Actually, yeah. Let's put this back to closed. That will go to ignition off. I don't know why the engine spooled down. I have no idea. But happy to see that we've got it relit. So let's go back to climb 360. Profile. So profile thrust, profile climb. It's just going to accelerate now to the cruise climb speed. Robert, that was your first engine failure as a passenger. Well, nothing to worry about. It's interesting. I mean, so like I said, I didn't plan anything like that. So there's nothing that I made, or I'm aware of failing the engine. So just going into the menu. The fuel flow is this here. This is the fuel used indication. I know, I get confused sometimes as well. Jan. Yeah, so that's the fuel flow, and that's just the fuel used. So once you switch the engine off, it resets. Yeah, so just to reiterate what we did. So an engine has a certain windmilling, if it's not broken, so if the shafts, the rotor shafts don't freeze or don't get damaged, so they don't rotate anymore. So for us, it just looked like the engine spooled down, right, fuel starvation or whatever. And so after switching the engine off, securing it, and if it has no damage, all you do, put the thrust lever to idle and respective fuel switch to off. And then normally that will clear anything, any issues, you know, be it with fuel valves or be it with a stall in the engine itself, airflow issues, whatever. And then you just check whether or not you have vibrations, if there's anything unusual with the RPMs, N1, N2. And if you think that there's nothing pointing to a damaged engine, then it is allowed to try a restart. And so there's several options you have. Now, normally you would have the option for a windmill restart. What does that mean? It means you fly a certain airspeed. Normally it's a fairly high airspeed. We look at airspeeds normally 300 plus indicated airspeed to have enough rotation, so enough kind of dynamic pressure into the engine that you have a certain rotation, and then all you add is ignition and so continuous ignition. That's why we switched this to continuous ignition or continuous relight, and then add fuel again. So that would normally be enough to have a windmilling restart of the engine. In certain conditions, if the engine spools down and the far deck, let's say an A320, notices a spool down, it will automatically try a relight for you. So this is just something you do as a backup, but normally the relight will try to happen automatically through the far deck. And yeah, and the other option is what we did. So you get bleed air either from APU or from the other engine. And so I just went with the option through the other engine because it was you know, at high power settings at max continuous thrust. So all I did was open this cross bleed valve to allow high pressure bleed air from the right engine into the cross bleed duct and then into the starter valve or the starter of the left engine. So that's how we managed to get the starter going again on the left engine, and then yeah, it just went to our normal start sequence again, fuel on, and yeah, the engine came back to life. Yeah, so Hawkey, that's one of the decisions you're going to have to make as a captain or as a flight crew when you have this issue. Now, if I have an airport nearby that allows me to, you know, have what we call an operational airport, where we would have the possibility not just to refuel the aircraft, but also have maintenance for the aircraft, passenger service, luggage service, etc., etc. If there's an airport that covers these operational sides, then yeah, you know, you would probably divert. But otherwise, if you don't have any clear signs that the engine is damaged and you're going to run into trouble trying to restart it, then you are. Airbus clearly says that. Airbus says if there's no clear indications the engine is damaged, you can restart it. Because if the engine is damaged in the end, it will not restart, right? And you're going to have to monitor everything yourself in the air, like EGT values, RPMs, fuel flow values. So if there's anything not normal for an engine start, you would abort it manually as well. So But I agree, Hockey. I agree. It's a decision which, if I have to do that in real life, or if I had to do that in real life, I would be a little bit uneasy about this. But again, if there's no other option, in the sense, let's say, for example, I went to Cairo not too long ago, a couple of days ago, and let's say you're right over the Mediterranean Sea somewhere, and the only options you have really are, some smaller Greek islands at night time. Well, I mean, I would definitely go for an engine relight if I see the engine isn't damaged. If I would fly all the way back to Frankfurt, that's another topic, right? But the cool thing is, our maintenance, so our experts, which are always there. There's a couple of experts sitting, we call them troubleshooter, and they're always in office. So there's always some experts there for engines, for electrics, for, whatever. And you can call them or contact them through the ACAR system, TEDx system. And then they can read out the engine parameters and a lot more than what you can see here. That's a good point. Rudder trim. Yeah, I am. That's a good point. I am, of course, a little bit spoiled by the A320 auto rudder system. Yeah, nice one. Yeah, good catch, Daniel. No, so Mohammed, I've gotten asked the question. Interestingly enough, so the 747 flight we did or tried from Luxembourg to Copenhagen last week on P3D. Unfortunately, that went horribly wrong because version 5.4, which has just come out, is just having issues still. So I looked at the log file of the event logger here in Windows, and it said it was a terrain DLL file causing these two crash to desktop. So that's something that's within P3D. So something with the update went wrong in that regard. So I went back to 5.3, and 5.4 is out for me. So I went 5.3 and did the flight again offline, and it worked. Right? There's no more crash to desktop. So I at the moment I would say definitely not going to 5.4. And then on that video I got asked a lot about whether or not it would be worth getting into P3D. And at the moment I have to say, if you don't already own P3D and you don't already own, aircraft and scenery, I can't recommend it because there's a huge amount of cost involved in getting P3D. We're talking easily $500+ or euros, easily, probably even more. With a couple of good sceneries, aircraft add-ons, etc., etc. So, I just don't think. I can't think right off. I mean, it has some proper values. So pitch power, fuel flow values, those sort of things, they are correct in P3D, right? And the aircraft, they fly, nice and steady. There isn't much really to complain about. Although a lot of people will say, and I agree, that it does feel a little bit too much like flying on rails. So I do miss a little bit the aerodynamic or kind of the weather influences that you have in the real world, which are missing in P3D.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber
So to answer your question, Mohammed, no, I don't recommend.
Please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Hey, maybe whale. That's 39 months.
Hey, BB. Halfway through my typer rating. Nice. Just wanted to pop in and say hi.
Maybe whale. I wish you all the best for the remainder of your type rating. How is it going? Hope everything's good. Thank you so much for your support. It's great to see it. We have a lot of people here in the community that always come in, pop in and say hello and tell them about ATPLs or type ratings, etc., etc. So really cool. It's intense, but loving it. There we go. Yeah, it is intense. I'm still hoping for another type rating down the line. So August, September, I'm still keeping all thumbs pressed, fingers crossed, to see if I can get a transition onto long range. So yeah, I would be very, very hyped for that. So we reached 360, and I just check the the VATSPy. See where we have control here. Let's go. Mohamed, you're right, dear. You're thinking of buying PNG 777 American airports, and there are a lot of free sceneries from America. Well, I mean, I don't know exactly when the 777 comes out here from PNG and Microsoft Flight Sim, but they are developing it, so maybe it's worth waiting for that. Lisbon, well, Bruno, I will request it before I get off to long range. Right, weather's completely cleared up. So here's Geneva. There's Geneva Airport. Fountain there. And then Mont Blanc should be this one here. Fuel, 9 tons. So Mohammed, it's difficult to answer that kind of question. I mean, in what regard? Chris, GG. So explain. So when it comes to aerodynamics and how aircraft weight, inertia is simulated, then X-plane is definitely the most realistic out there. Avionics-wise, now, you know, avionics-wise, P3D has some great aircraft. The FS Labs comes to mind. Yeah, the PMDG obviously is good. So, yeah, if you're into that, obviously, yeah, P3D still has a lot to offer, yeah. But again, the initial costs are pretty high. When you do your recurrent, in what city do you go to? Frankfurt. Well, we sometimes go to Berlin as well, depending on simulator capacities, but normally it's in Frankfurt. Yeah, so Mana Wolf, there was an update to version 5.4, but for me that had gone horribly wrong because I got crashed to desktop, terrain DLL issue, and I didn't really notice any improvements regarding performance, etc. So I don't really know why, why you should upgrade that. But yeah, apparently Mana Wolf, apparently they are working on version 6, very secretly on what it's supposed to bring, etc., etc. So yeah, it's tough to say. Yeah, so Mohammed, yeah, I mean, again, if you don't mind the initial high costs of getting P3D, by all means, it's not a bad simulator. It's just if I get asked whether or not it's worth from scratch, then I always warn about the high costs. Yeah. What's so loud? What do you mean? Hang on, what's loud? Guys, anybody else hear anything loud? I feel that's too quiet. Hey Brennelt, wie geht's? Welcome back. Oh, hang on. Why are the commands not working? Yeah, okay, again, I can't do much about it. Because that's iniBuilds issue. Yeah, so the sim sounds for me are also quiet. Again, it's on 100%. So Microsoft is 100%, engine sounds 100%. I've cranked up the external sounds, but yeah, That's all I can do. Let me have a look. Why the commands aren't working? Right, let me just restart the chat bot. Yeah, so Muhammad, I do plan to use P3D in the near future again, because I still want to fly the 747. And so yeah, definitely, you know, I do enjoy it still. Yeah, right. Right, Brent, I'll try again, so it should work now. Spatial sound? Which setting is that, JD? Well, Brennelt, that was yesterday, was a discussion, Brennelt. Apparently... Why isn't that working? Hold on.
You can always go around if it don't look right coming down. Don't wait until you're sideways, baby, sliding on the ground. You can always go around.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Brennelt. So, me, Chris, thank you.
Just like an old plane in a hangar, I may not be as active as I used to be, but that doesn't mean I'm not still around. Just think of me as your friendly, slightly dusty co-pilot, always ready for takeoff.
Oh, Chris, that's really kind. Thank you so much. I'm very, very happy that you're still here. Yeah, it's a long time, isn't it? My God, 71 months. Big round of applause for that, Chris. Yeah, and thanks for being here still. Yeah, not too long ago, I was thinking about that. You know, thinking again, looking back, you know, over 7 years, and yeah, a lot of changes happening in the flight sim world. A lot of new streamers coming in. You know, real world pilots coming in. So taking a share, if you like, of the flight sim community. And but yeah, we've got still a lot of people that have been here right from the start and are still here today, which does give me goosebumps. So thank you so much, Chris. Is the higher command broken? It shouldn't be. Let me try to find that that sound file then. I mean, it's still there. Documents, Twitch. Let's see. I'm trying to find the file. So sound files. So that's the one. Sound files. Yeah, just give me a second. And I will have those spatial sound in a minute, if that really works. I'm just worried. So if I go back into the menu, I am worried about shutting off the engine again. Which browser have more performance with mobile stream, Twitch and YouTube, or both? Well, browse. I mean, normally you would have to go with Opera, for example. But I don't really notice any differences in these. Okay, Brennan, can you try again, please? Hey Harry, nice to see you. How are you?
Hello, Black.
Ah, there we go. It was connected to a wrong file for some reason, but I hadn't touched that for ages. How weird. Yeah, it's so strange though. Okay, so someone's saying sound settings and then spatial. Right, let's keep fingers crossed we don't just shut off the engine again. So general sounds. That's off for me, but that should be off, right? Oh no, it is! No! Why? You've got to be... Oh. You've got to be kidding me. Oh. Alright, we're going to have to descend here, unfortunately. Right, let's go lever change. So auto thrust goes off, and we go max continuous thrust, and then just drift down a bit. Right, so again, so auto thrust off, ignition continuous relight. Right. 2 engine failures. Throttle 1 idle, number 1 confirmed, idle. Doesn't go with max continuous thrust again. Fuel lever number 1 off, confirmed, number 1 confirmed. And so there's no damage. So we're going to clear all those. And then we'll do the rest again. So see how you drift down when you use max continuous thrust on the other engine, and then just have a set speed. It doesn't really go down that fast. So, all right, let's go and start again. Now we're getting routine at it, right? Really, Brennald? Okay. What? Did you go into the menu, settings menu as well? So here comes fuel flow, EGT rise. Imagine how that... Well, I mean, the engine can spool down. I mean, there can be a, you know, an engine stall or something, or just a fuel starvation. You never know. It could, you know, a quick issue with the fuel system, and then it resets again. So there we go. Right, let's go back to auto thrust on, and we'll descend down to, how about we go down to 34,000. Let's go down with vertical speed, out star, and then we're going to go profile again. We'll go progress, cruise 340. There we go. So yaw damper reset. It's reset. All good now. I did have a hung start once and a wet start, Brennald. So no light up, no. So the ignition was apparently running, but the spark plugs just didn't work. So yeah, we had to do a manual engine start to get the other ignition. Well, rudder trim this time, I didn't touch the rudder trim. So VCRIS, it doesn't have an automatic rudder, and so I didn't bother this time with setting the rudder. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So it's not that long ago the A310 was retired. I don't. No, so Mohammed, I had the version for X-Plane 11, so the A300 version, and so it was a free upgrade to X-Plane 12 version. So we're coming up to Belzoo.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment.
Thank you so much, Niklas. And Brennel, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Oist. Brennel, vielen Dank. 149 gifted subs on the channel now. Right, and if I look at all the gifted subs here, so Boodle still in the lead, Melindley, then the second 318, Avenger of Ryan 235. Absolutely incredible. And then we've got Scotty to Hottie on number 4, 219, Citation Max 216, Mr. Jazz 7 with 161, Brennel with 149, Sim Caesar with 147, MAN 145, and Nikris 119. Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much, everyone. Mark. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, Brennel, I was going to tell you, Brennel, regarding FS Labs and Microsoft Flight Sim. Well, apparently, Andy Wilson, so Andrew Wilson, one of the programmers in the FS Labs, he accidentally leaked info yesterday regarding the A321 in Microsoft Flight Sim. Apparently, I didn't see it, so the only thing I saw was Norman flying an A321 Neo on VATSIM, or yeah, I think it was VATSIM yesterday. So yeah, Avenger, that's the thing. That's the thing, right? So I'm also very skeptical when it comes to these accidental. Yeah. Yeah, so Manowolf says, so Andrew Wilson is one of the programmers at FS Labs, and lovely guy, and he yeah, apparently leaked something yesterday. Yeah, Brennel, you know what? I think I do understand their approach this time. The reason being is that if you start giving out information about, you know, how the programming is going, etc., then people will hype it again and again and again and again, and people will continue to ask, oh, when is it going to be released? You know, how far along are you? Blah blah blah. So I think they'd rather would keep it nice and quiet, and then surprise everyone suddenly. So how would it be, Brennel, if suddenly, let's say in not that I know, I'm not with FS Labs anymore. I have zero information on this, right? So don't quote me. But let's say in August or something, out of nowhere, you get a release of the FS Labs, whatever, A321, A320, whatever, right? Without any prior notification, that would really hype a lot of people. And for me, I would love to then try out and see how they managed to integrate that fantastic product, because the FS Labs A320 is a fantastic product. So for me, it would be interesting to see how it actually fits into Microsoft Flight Sim. Because I've said it before, think of it this way, people will judge that add-on always in relation to the P3D version. So if there's anything, you know, not exactly the same as in P3D, people start to complain, especially when it comes to the flight model, etc. So yeah, Lucas, thank you much. You have a great week. Mitchell says they were flying on Volanta. Okay. Well, it would be quite clever, wouldn't it? We don't have a 321 yet in Microsoft Flight Sim. And imagine if that was a 321 Neo even. Although, you know what? It would actually be clever. Why? Because there is already a Neo engine model in Microsoft Flight Sim. So that really would be the logical kind of thing to do. And then tweak the outside engine model a little bit more to more realistic values. Yeah, so yeah, Bruno, I think the risk is always there that they would be criticized anything, you know, for anything that's not exactly like on a P3D version. Yeah, but Hawkey, I mean, the 321 Neo is a longer aircraft than, you know, let's say 320 Neo, yes, but these are things which you could externally model, right? You could externally model something regarding aircraft feel, weight and balance, and that sort of stuff externally, and then have it connected to Microsoft. I'm sure, you know, the developers at FS Labs, they are very good. I mean, they surely had a good look at what's possible before setting out and announcing anything in regard to coming to Microsoft Flight Sim. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but up to now they've always said they're going to bring out the Concorde first, and then go into development with any version for Microsoft Flight Sim. So nobody would be expecting them to come out anytime soon on Microsoft Flight Sim. Yeah, and we're not talking like, you know, so PMDG with that 737, you know, people were comparing that as well, right? And yes, there was criticism for just being, you know, stuff being just simply ported over. But I would say, from my understanding and the way I saw, you know, the community, the Flight Sim community, accept the PMDG 737 was good. I mean, I didn't see that much criticism about it, and people don't really complain much about it. And another thing is, we've seen it, so, and we've talked about it as well. The absolute, I mean, the biggest income that is generated at the moment in flight sims is probably Microsoft and DCS. All right, so X-Plane will be third in my opinion, and fourth would be P3D, which has literally zero income at the moment. So yeah, but Mitchell, I'm not sure if that was for Microsoft or for P3D. I know they did show something in that regard, but I'm pretty sure they left out for which platform. Yeah, so Bruno, that's the thing, and that's what I would be interested to see, you know, how they would manage that. Yeah, we'll see. Again, it's interesting to see, you know, the hype that was created yesterday again. Yeah, Daniel, I don't know. You know, Microsoft, so Sober was claiming that they will improve, the aerodynamic model in Microsoft Flight Sim. So fluid simulation, if you like, and that includes, of course, then supersonic flight, etc., etc. So there's a lot of stuff to be done in that regard. And yes, of course, it does make sense to bring in any aircraft, and you want to claim it's a very good simulation. It doesn't make sense to bring that kind of stuff in into the Microsoft world if the underlying, aerodynamics isn't working correctly. So let me have a look. Flights, Frankfurt, and we're doing the star. Frankfurt arrival 8ers. They are landing 07 center. Oh, lovely. A Yankee approach 7 center. That would be brilliant. Good night, Voyager. Mach's gut. Yeah, of course. One day. We dream on. We dream on. Voyager, mach's gut. So the star, that was the MPAX. I think we set the MPAX, 5 Charlie it was. So we are planning this one. We want to be MPAX between 360 and 290. Nelly 260 lowest corner, correct. Then Kovan 220 lowest corner. Kovan 220, Kisek 210. And then Xinla 160, Xaku 100. And then Adnis Spesa. Okay, cool. The reason why I'm so excited for the Yankee approach, that's going to be interesting to see if how the iniBuilds will handle that one actually. So I'm going to go to constraints now, and then I'm going to dial in 100, and I'm going to put this on. Oh, it's already on profile descent now. Okay, interesting. Right, so profile descent. Although, hang on, why isn't it on profile yet? There we go, now it's on profile. I was missing the VDEF bar. Cool. Then let's have a look at the approach here. So they said Yankee approach, 7 right, and 7 center. So let's have a look at the approach chart. RP Yankee, so 7 center. This is what I mean. This is actually a very interesting approach. Especially if we come via Ornok, then Ornok. Hey Arthurico, buenas noches. Hola, hola. How are you? Arthurico, did you have thunderstorms today? I saw quite some heavy thunderstorms near your area. So I hope you're doing well. 7, so right? No, oh yeah, 7 right, there we go. So 7 right, there we go. So we've got Yankee, and again via Ornok. So does that lead us to Ornok? No, it doesn't. So which one goes to Ornok for the star? So now we've got to find the right arrival route. Oh, MPAX. Yeah, so I'm not sure how we get on that. Is there a transition somewhere? So let's monitor the descent. So MPAX between 290 and 360. Yeah, so that's managing that nicely. That's good. While I try to find that arrival routing. Ha, found it. Spesa. It's the Spesa between 23 local time. Yeah, so that's what we have to use. So we've got to go with the Spesa 4 Romeo. Or 2 Golf, one of those two. Oh, so 4 Romeo for the 07. Okay, so Spesa 4 Romeo. So let's have a look if you can program that here. Jesus Christ.
Autopilot.
Lucas, thank you so much,
Autopilot.
Lucas. Lucas coming in with a €1 donation. Thank you so much, Lucas. That woke me up. Thank you so much for that. All right, so let's try again. So we go Frankfurt. So Frankfurt star. So we're going to 7 right. But we're going to choose the RMP approach. So it's going to be Arnaf Yankee. Seven right via Ulnok. Oh, hang on, no, it's disregard Spesa, right? Ah, there we go. So we will get the answer in a minute. 20.8. Lange Name, die Lufthansa 85 uniform, we're passing 265, descending 100, information Charlie.
Lufthansa 85 uniform, schönen Abend, Squawk 1000.
Squawk 1000, Lufthansa 85 uniform.
Lufthansa 85 uniform, radar contact, flight level 260. Information Charlie's current, descent flight level 130. Expect RMP Yankee approach, runway 07 right via Ulnok.
Descent flight level 130, and we have information Charlie, and we expect the RMP Yankee 7 right via Ulnok.
Thank you for your kind donation, and please join us on the captain's table.
Brennan, what timing. Oh my god. Brennan, thank you so much. Big round of applause.
Just
€10
another
donation.
wake-up call.
Yeah, thanks so much, Brennan, for that.
First Lufthansa 9 Mike uniform with
Thank you, Brennan. Right, 130.
I had a blood transmission, Lufthansa 9 Mike uniform.
So
Lufthansa 9 Mike uniform, 100 uniform, bye-bye.
it's got all of the arrivals. I think it was a 4 Romeo.
9 Mike uniform.
So let's try that.
United 988, taxi to Frankfurt runway 07 center via Lima, Lima 17.
Roger, via Lima and Lima 17 taxi to the
I'm just worried if I insert that now.
Lufthansa 3 Echo Echo, descent 5,000 feet, QNH 1019er.
It will get rid of the arrival here.
Descending 5,000 feet.
Lucas, thank you, dude. Thank you.
Speed 250 Greater, Lufthansa 3 Echo Echo.
Lufthansa 02 Yankee, proceed direct Ulnok, descent flight level 100.
Direct Ulnok, flight level 100,
Yeah, so that's my email, Jan, and yeah, there will be some options coming up
Lufthansa 8375, taxi to Frankfurt
this year
runway
regarding
07
shared
center
flight.
Via Lima, Lima 20, report ready for departure.
Guys, I'm going to put this now to real time because that should look very nice. Yeah, that should make it actually... Oh, oh no, hang on. So let's put the lights on here. Oh, we found it. So there we go.
KLM 39er, KLM 39er, taxi to, correction, taxi to Frankfurt runway 07 right via Sierra 7, Romeo 15. KLM 39er,
right, there we go.
Taxi
That looks
to
really good,
Rolling
actually.
Point runway 07 right,
So there must be another dial somewhere
via 07 Romeo 15.
for the displays.
Runway 07 right via 07 Romeo 15 KLM39.
Lufthansa 8 Echo Echo via Ulnok, cleared RMP Yankee approach runway 07 right.
Does anyone know how to get to dim down these dials here? By the ILS.
Lufthansa 3 Echo Echo via Ulnok, cleared RMP Yankee approach runway 07 right.
Via Ulnok, RMP Yankee, runway 07 right, Lufthansa 3 Echo Echo.
3 Echo Echo, expect speed reduction shortly.
Cool. So blocked.
First, Lufthansa 02 uniform, speed 25.
02 uniform. So that's the approach, right? Now,
United 988, wind 03 degrees, 12 knots, runway 07.
oh, you're right here.
Clear
Yeah,
for
yeah.
takeoff.
Sorry, yeah. Thank you. There we go. Man, I never used those before. Cheers. And Atletico has avoided storms. Nice.
And Lufthansa A375 is ready for departure.
Lufthansa A375, line up runway 07 center.
Line up runway 07 center, Lufthansa A375.
Okay, so
Lufthansa 85 uniform, proceed direct Ulnok.
direct Ulnok, Dankeschön, Lufthansa 85 uniform. So, direct Ulnok. Direct. That makes it a little bit easier. Hang on, where was my...
Lufthansa 3 Echo Echo, speed 220 knots or greater until Ulnok. After Ulnok, speed 17 knots or greater until 5 miles final.
220 knots or greater until Ulnok, after Ulnok 170 knots or greater, Lufthansa 3 Echo Echo.
So there we go. Now we need to check the routing real quickly. So Ulnok, then we go to 5,000, then 914, 3,400 above. Then we've got 910, 2,400 and above. Correct. Then we go to Bogvo, final 2,000 feet, so very low intercept, final descent, 3 degrees. And then we've got the runway, 380 feet, and then misapproach, Frankfurt, 278, REIT. So that's all correctly programmed. Fantastic. So there we go. RNP approach. How many miles do we have left? Progress. Do we have the option to enter a runway? Oh, we do. So 43 miles direct distance. I want to be Ulnok at 5,000 feet, so it should manage that automatically. So that's 40 miles.
Lufthansa 85 uniform, descent flight level 100. Expect further descent from flight level 100 in 203 miles.
That's got to be descent level 100, Lufthansa 85 uniform. So
Lufthansa 02 Yankee, speed 220 knots.
I'm actually excited about the approach, guys. This is actually...
Lufthansa 02 Yankee via Ulnok, cleared RMP Yankee approach runway 07 right.
excuse me.
United 988, radar contact 2,900 feet, one flight level 110.
Right. Things are failing today.
Lufthansa 8375 in 03.
So the minimum would take 840 for Delta. So 840 feet per here. We'll do a 3040.
United 988.
So we slow down.
Direct Cindy.
There's the airport.
Nice turn, flying stream, dude. We're not even over.
Cool. Now, regarding performance, I know that we have a 4,000 meter runway, so all good on that. And approach. Right, the ATIS said. So. Information. Information Charlie. Let's go vertical speed out blue. So 030 at 12. Cavalcade, temperature 21. And QH 1019. So let me just put that in.
We can make 180.
So 1019 as a reminder there. Oh, that's bright. Jesus. So I am going to slow down the aircraft now.
United 988, you're already leaving my airspace. Monitor Unicom, bye-bye.
So the difficult thing about the approach is energy management. Those are the key factors here.
Number 8375, radar contact 2,500 feet.
So
level 130.
making sure that on the approach here, you're able to descend quickly, and there isn't much distance. So if you look here, right, that's 3 miles. That's about 8 miles, 7.5. Well, let's say 7 miles to this point, and we have to lose 2,500 feet. So we've got to have some sort of drag out already. So some flaps here. Otherwise, we won't be able to make it.
Clear to take off, Kevin 39er.
Lufthansa 3 Echo, one departure ahead.
Is Frankfurt only for takeoff, or do you sometimes also land? No, they don't land on 3618. It has absolutely no approach.
Göteborg,
approach is published.
5 Echo departure, 07 center, flight and route, climb by a 5,000 feet squawk. For you is...
Ooh, we have to, oh my god. I've got to go slow down here.
Lufthansa 85, uniform descent 5,000 feet, QNH 1019er.
Descent 5,000, QNH 1019, Lufthansa 85, uniform.
Lufthansa 85, uniform, via Ulnok, cleared RMP Yankee approach, runway 07 right.
Via Ulnok, cleared the RMP Yankee 7 right, Lufthansa 85, uniform.
KLM 39er, traffic.
Right, we need to descend, so speed breaks out. Yeah, we have to be Ulnok 5,000. Quick descend. Right, so that is set. Approach checklist, briefings assigned are set. Briefings confirmed. Ecom status is checked. Normal. Altimeters, QNH 1019, cross-checked. And minimums is 840 feet. Ignition, going to put this to continuous relight. And landing elevation is 350 set. Flaps 1, speed is checked, or flaps 15. Slats 15, I should say.
Lufthansa 375 Unicom.
Lufthansa 3 Echo, when 02 Zurich respond, 2 knots, runway 07 right, clear to land.
It's really nice that he does that for us here. So 215, no, actually 210 here is flaps 15 placard, so...
KLM 39er, say again?
KLM 39er, radar contact 1,400 feet, climb by a sit, flight double 110.
Okay, so 5,000 Ulnok, and then we go and descend to 2,000 according to the profile. I wonder, the thing is though, for the approach, we just have profile and nav, correct? I don't think we do anything else. Preferred gate, Steve, thanks for all the support here and for the controlling. Can you give me like alpha Let's try Alpha 23 or something. That would be fine. Speed brake's coming back in. Slowing down. Actually, no, speed brake's out. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm trying to get the flaps out. Flaps 15. So speed check, flaps 15. Okay, we can go down 3,400 now. Actually, 2,000 profile.
Lufthansa 3 Echo, welcome to Frankfurt. Taxi right, Mike 8, hold short of cut 2 holding point.
So, performance.
Right on Mike 8, hold short of cut 2
Problem is, if I do profile, it does profile speed.
Yankee, traffic about to vacate, wind 020 create 1, 2 knots, runway 07 right, clear to land.
So, I'm just going to do that with a nav level change for now. Alright, spoilers in. Gears coming out. So down we go, 2,000 feet, 2,400, sorry, 2,400 feet now.
Lufthansa 3 Echo, gate for you today, Alpha 18.
Alpha 18, Lufthansa 3 Echo, that's good.
Let's slow down. I will probably have to fly this with vertical speed, because I don't see how I can use profile.
Lufthansa 4 Mike X-ray, pushback and startup approved, face west.
Here's Alt Star, slowing down. So the next limit would be 195 knots, speed checked, flaps, slats 20.
Lufthansa correction Skyline 39 leaving my airspace, Monotinicon, bye bye.
That's the airport. Yeah, so I'm going to fly this with vertical speed, because I don't know. I probably won't take approach speed or something. So 2,000 now set.
What's the approach tomorrow in Lufthansa 90560? First passing flight level 180, descending flight level 100.
So flaps 30, 40, spoilers armed, auto brake is going to be low, and approach speed is going to be 142. So final ascent out of Borgno, and look how close to the runway we'll line up. So landing checklist, landing gear down, auto brake is low, anti-skid is checked, slats flaps 30, 40, and spoilers armed.
Mike 8, sorry, Lufthansa 3 Echo.
3 Echo, give way to company Airbus A320, joining Mike from Mike 9er.
So what I'll do, I'll dial in 800.
02 Yankee, welcome to Frankfurt. Taxi via Mike 8, hold short of cut 2 holding point.
And look at the ground speed, 130 knots times 5. So round about, let's say, 700 feet per minute.
Uniform, wind 02 degrees, 15 knots. Corrections 12 knots, runway 07 right, clear to land, Mike 9er approved.
Clear to land 7 right, Mike 9 approved, Dankeschön, die Lufthansa 85 uniform. Yeah, super, so Mike 9er, we'll do that auto brake off now, because that's a long way down the runway.
Lufthansa 4 Mike X-ray, taxi to Lincoln runway 07 center, via November 7, November 8, corrections by November 7, November 8, Lima 17.
Ooh. Manual flight. Don't like that. So really overshot that turn there. So we go visual. I'm not really surprised that it didn't really manage it that well, but it really overshot that badly. So flight director off.
Lufthansa 3 Echo Echo, follow the company in front, gate Alpha 18 via Lima, November 7.
Follow the company ahead via Lima, Alpha 17, Lufthansa 3 Echo.
So let's correct all the values here. You can always, yeah. Hang on, give me a chance though. Needs so much power. Blimey.
Lufthansa 905 Whiskey Golf, interested von ANP Yankee approach runway 07 right.
Typical Lufthansa approach. I dare say normally that goes better. But I have to admit, I was a bit surprised that it overshot that far, which is a shame. But there we go, finally coming into the normal numbers here. So now aiming for about 600 feet per minute. So let me get back onto track here. Checklist completed, clear to land, Mike 9 is approved. What I do like today is it's very smooth here on my end, so there we go, now we're on path. So compared to last week was a was terrible regarding performance, so FPS performance. So,
to Lufthansa 905 Whiskey Golf, you should level 5,000 feet at Ulmberg. Are you able for this, or do you need delay vectors?
Let's make right direction, Lufthansa 905 Whiskey Golf.
95 Whiskey Golf, left 200, continue your descent.
Left 200, continue descent, Lufthansa 905 Whiskey Golf.
Right, let's reverse spoilers. Manual brakes, checking the brakes. So Mike 9 is way down. And you see how twitchy the nose wheel is? Look at that. No, I'm not really that pleased with that, to be honest.
RNC 07 right, via Ulmberg, 905.
So here comes Mike 9er.
3 Echo Echo, Langen.
Danke, könntest du mir what's our parking set again?
Alpha 18.
Alpha 18, thank you. Lufthansa 3 Echo.
Why the turn-off so dark?
85 uniform, welcome to Frankfurt. Mike 8, hold sort of cut 2 holding point. Expect Alpha 23.
Mike 8 cut 2 holding point 07 center and expecting Alpha 23. Vielen Dank, Lufthansa 85 uniform. So normal standard routing here for Frankfurt, down Mike, and then we go hold at a Cat 2 holding point.
Will knock, as I wrote you in the chat. Uniform Lima November Oscar Kilo.
So that's a second to the left.
Thank you very much.
Lufthansa 8375 Langen Radar.
No, Sefa, I don't have a tiller configured, no. I don't know if I really want that.
Lufthansa 4 Mike X Ray via Lima.
There's Mike 8.
02 Creek 12 07 center gate takeoff.
Lima 17 ILS.
So here we've got to be careful not to cross the Cat 2 hold line.
Lufthansa 9 Whiskey Golf, are you able for the, it seems like you're very fast and very high. I will give you a good intercept on the heading. Just
I'm not sure if that's actually, oh, hang on, is it there? Yeah, there it is. So that's a Cat 2. Problem is it's not lighted, so that's sign. But you can see the hold line there for Cat 2-3.
Mike X-Ray, takeoff clearance cancelled, just line up.
Or you just line up on runway 07 center for Mike X-Ray.
85 uniform cross 7 center, left Lima, November 5, gate Alpha 23.
Thanks so much. Cross 07 Center, then left Lima, November 5 and Alpha 23. Vielen, vielen Dank, Lufthansa 85 Uniform. So, strobes on again. Oh, yes, I agree. Yeah, we do need a cool scenery. Right, so let's check there's nobody coming down the runway there. No, all good.
375, roger. Descent flight
So, quick crossing.
Confirm you declare an emergency.
Negative, not for the moment.
8375, roger. Are you capable for the RNP Yankee approach 07 right?
Affirm.
8375, roger. Proceed direct, Ulnock, descent 5000 feet, range 1019er.
Proceed direct, Ulnock, descent flight level.
No, probably not live engine now.
Lufthansa 5, correction 8375.
8375.
So, after landing, slats flaps retracted, transponder as required, weather radar is off, spoilers disarmed,
Stand by for a moment.
and APU is started.
07, center clear takeoff.
The scenery, so Terminal 3 on the south side, that's like 3 or 4 years to go, isn't it? How can that be? Hang on. They don't work?
Lufthansa A375, proceed direct Ulnock, right 295 for the second.
Right 295, Lufthansa A375, and just for information, we have to shut down our yellow hydraulic system.
It worked for me.
A375, roger.
Lufthansa A375 request approach for runway 07 center due to air location to Lufthansa technical.
A375, roger.
Yeah, Bert, we'll have a look at one F park, shall we? So here's number 5.
Via Ulnock, runway 07 center, Lufthansa 8375.
For my quick fire radar contact, thanks for the call out. Class flyer, flight level 130. Lufthansa 95 Whiskey Golf, left heading 070.
Okay, so the Terminal 3 has already been... Okay, so... Well, I drive past that very often, and yeah, I know there's one little area that I would say is probably finished, but a lot of it isn't, so... Yeah, but the demand has really picked up, so, I mean...
75, roger. So it will be in high-speed landing?
Yes, probably, but not too fast, so maybe plus 10 knots.
Uh-oh. Okay, so someone's having issues, what, with flaps or something? Well, we had an issue with the engine, but we made it. We made it back to Frankfurt.
A375, you missed Ulnock. Confirm you will re-establish via Delta Fox 914 and 910.
Lufthansa S35, personally would prefer visual approach. We have perfect view on the runway.
A375, turn right heading 040, airport is...
oh, that's brilliant.
Now about 13 miles away, at your
I've never seen that before. How cool is that? I only spotted him or her because there was something moving up there. I was like, what on earth is that?
5,000 feet and clear for visual approach.
Oh, that's hilarious. That is so funny. Yeah, so normally that he would be on the somewhere in the terminal up there, like what? Oh, now I can't see him anymore. Hang on. Oh, that's brilliant. I'm in tears right now. Oh. But now I can't see him anymore. Hold on, need to get the outside view. I've got a cheat. There you go. We made it. We made it. We made it. Right, parking brake on. That is funny. I just love how GSX is somehow always able to surprise you. You think you've seen it all, but no. No. You've not. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Brennell. Yeah, the engine sounds are way too quiet here. I agree. Right, do the doors open automatically? Oh yeah, they do. Nice. Right, cool. Good. So, parking, APU bleed is, let's put APU bleed on. Then we've got engines off, differential pressure check 0. Yeah, well, it will be 0 because the doors are opened. Light signs as required. They're all now off. And then we've got fuel pumps. There you go. So fuel pumps off, and window probe heats off. Good idea. Probe heats off. And then parking brakes, shocks. Right, parking brakes are on right now. Door, what? Exit 4? Why? Okay. GPU chocks. So chocks in place. How's that?
Lufthansa 956 Golf, wind 02 face 12 knots, runway 07 right, clear to land. Down Bombay, there emergency vehicles, runway 07 center.
APU bleed off. APU off. Nice. Right, guys. Yeah, I enjoyed the flight. It was really nice. And the only thing I noticed, although it's very minor, the aircraft here in Microsoft Flight Sim just feels less reactive in the sense that when you add some pitch trim or add some inputs, aileron inputs, it felt a bit different compared to the X-Plane version. So X-Plane, again, it just feels a little bit more alive, a little bit more realistic, but no denying that the return flight was very enjoyable because of the visuals. So that was really nice. Buddy, when would you fly the 737-200 again? I don't know. Is that working in X-Plane 12 yet? I mean, once that's working, I think I'll try it. Yeah, sure. Good. So I'm going to try out some commands, see if we can fix those with Brennell here, and then in the meantime, let me say a big thank you for all of your support today and for the donations as well that came in. Thanks so much. Thanks for watching. Thanks for interacting. And yeah, FFW Cookie, thanks so much. And big shout out to Frankfurt ATC, so Zwiebelkopf. Thank you so much. And also Cookie, thank you so much, guys. You do an amazing job. I say it so often, when I come to Frankfurt here on VATSIM, I feel like I'm at work. It really looks and feels so realistic. So thank you so much for that experience. Much appreciated. Brennell, so let me just try. Oh, okay. So sorry, Cookie. Yeah, I didn't know that. Okay, so it's the same. So Cookie, thank you so much for staying on so late. It's almost midnight, so thank you so much. Big round of applause, Cookie. That is for you. Thank you so much.
Lufthansa A375 rounded again.
Yeah, so some work and some don't. So the Airbus command apparently.
Lufthansa testing by November 8.
Let's try that.
November 8 to Lufthansa testing Lufthansa A375.
Sound files.
Lufthansa 95 Whiskey Golf Cleared for visual approach runway 075.
Okay, so maybe that's why.
Position 7 miles.
Clear to the approach runway 075.
Brenner, can you try Bush Beton as an Airbus command, please? Oh, that should work though, hang on. Yeah, that's true. Maybe on the cooldown.
This is a Bush Beton aircraft.
Yeah, it may be cooldown. You're right. But the command is working now. And one more was the Pro, right?
Now that's how pros do it.
Well, there we go. Yeah, thanks, Brendel, for letting me know. Yeah, so some sound files changed the folder, it seems. But there we go. That seems to work now. Cool. Big thank you once again for all the support. And I see you again next Wednesday if you like. Stay well and stay safe. And thank you so much. See you again soon. Good night.